Welcome back, breadcrumbs, to a long coming episode of Sandwich, the podcast where I, Meat,
and me, Cheese,
make a movie reviewing podcast of movies you may or may not remember or even know. I mean, there's a bajillion out there that a lot of us haven't known, me and my co-hosts included, where we share them one-on-one. We watch them separately, to not break the mirage of it. We write our notes and thoughts down, and we share it with a crowd of you guys. Today's episode is a awesome movie called Charlie St. Cloud. After a fatal accident, one young man's life is put on halt and only revolves around the promise he kept to his younger brother, even after his death. After a young woman from his past makes an appearance in his life, Charlie has to make a decision between the same old past and a promising future, and knowing he has to leave the other one behind forever. If I'm not mistaken, this was probably my third time watching this movie. But I remember it so well, even after the months we haven't recorded. But what was your first impression, like, watching the trailer?
I was like, oh, this is gonna be a sad movie. Man, I know it's gonna be a sad movie. What have I signed up for in this one? Because the trailer that I watched, I was like, okay, the basic understanding is that Charlie is in a car accident with his brother, and then he has to choose whether to move forward or to stay in the past. And that was just like my whole understanding from what the trailer was telling me. And so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel after this movie.
Yeah, I always love when trailers are a little misleading sometimes. When I was watching the trailer, that's everything. I always remember the key points, accident, seeing dead people, and then the woman. I guess I forgot, it was actually pretty sweet. Like, I thought it was mainly all sad stuff, like the grief-ridden story of it. It definitely had a great balance between a sweet love story and a grieving brother. Definitely a drama, and I don't really like dramas. But it is actually my most favorite type of drama. With our director, we have Burr Steers. He's an American actor as well as a screenwriter, and he's most famously known for directing 17 Again, also with Zac Efron.
That was a weird movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I always like it when directors are also actors. 6 episodes ago, there was a director who did his own cameo in the movie, and I wish more directors were able to do that. Because I think that'd be cool. So that there's people who have acting experience. I think no one really knows a director, typically. I mean, there's certain directors that you'll just know when you see their name. And I was going to use an example. I just know his name's Michael. He does the Transformer movies.
Michael Bay.
Thank you. But I used to, every time I saw his name, I'd be like, oh, I know that guy. I don't know what he looks like, but I know his movies. Yeah. And I feel like there's not a great enough way to showcase that. There's, show me pictures of actors. I hate the credits scene sometimes. If you don't know who the actors actually are, you always just have to blah, 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 played for blah, blah, blah. But what if I don't remember who blah, blah, blah was?
That's why I like it when they show an image.
Yeah. Or they do, the opening credits. And they have the person, working or doing whatever, and it shows their name.
Oh, next to them?
Yeah.
The type where it's, shows the character with the name of the actor next to him at the end. You know how, they do that and then the credits start rolling? For example, with this one, it would be, show a picture of Charlie or whatever in a moment, and then have Zac Efron right next to it, so that you knew that this specific character was Zac Efron.
Yeah, missed opportunity. I have 5 actors I recognized.
I only have 3, so you go first.
Guys, I've been on a winning streak lately. I think the last 4 episodes, I've had more actors, and that's a big win for me. That's a lot of loses, but hey, I'm on this winning streak. I think I definitely know a few of the ones obviously Zac Efron, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, if you live in the United States of America and you don't know who Zac Efron is,
You're doing something wrong.
and then realize that you've seen like 700 of his movies,
Yeah.
including High School Musical.
Oh yeah, it goes as far as our childhood, especially with High School Musical. Teenhood, well maybe, I don't know, High School Musical was definitely when I was either elementary or middle school. But
I don't know what Teenhood is.
no, teenhood as in like teenage years.
Oh.
Sorry.
I thought you were saying a film.
No, would be an interesting name, but like teenage years is when I watched 17 again, and then
Yeah, same.
in our adulthood, Greatest Showman. So definitely like Zac Efron is in through the generations.
And then he's also in Neighbors.
yeah.
Have
So
you seen those movies?
yeah, even sooner and whatnot. So he is like well versed with the different generations. So yeah. Just like my co-host said, there is no way you do not know who Zac Efron is.
Unless you just don't recognize names, and then that's the Google point.
But even I don't, and I know Zac Efron. Maybe it's just like, that's my locked on known actor. I also got Ray Liotta.
Leota.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know them mainly from Wild Hogs, which is a good movie. People sleep on that movie, but that's a good movie.
I know him mostly from a video game.
Oh, a video game.
He plays the main character in Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Hmm.
Which is why I was like, no way, he's in this film! Oh, that's sick.
Man.
Although I do remember Wild Hogs. Not very much of it, but I remember that there's a scene where like
That's good.
that guy
actors in
who's
it.
in Shameless as well.
Oh yeah. Oh
He
my
like
gosh.
knocks over the bikes and then the bikers get mad at him. That's about all I remember from the movie.
It's got doesn't it got the guy who plays Paul Blart in it too? I forget his name.
Kevin James.
Yeah, Kevin James. I think he's in that one too. I don't know. It's got a great cast. It's
William
like,
H. Macy, that's who I was thinking of.
oh yes.
Yeah, he's funny.
Like how the Expendables, how awesome Expendable was because it had a bunch of male actors that everyone recognizes and that they shove in a movie. That's what Wild Hogs was for its time. Like obviously there, I think. Oh, it has John Travolta in it too.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
in that movie.
So it had like really good actors. And before, was it Grown Ups too? I like those type of movies. It's definitely an easy money grab, but don't you get euphoric from seeing actors you know instead of, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I get like weird movie social anxiety where it's like, I don't know this actor, so I can't pay attention.
That's fair.
That might be an ADHD thing. And then also Amanda Crew. She's the Man and Age of Adeline.
Was she the mom?
No, I think she's the girlfriend or the girl. Yeah, she was the girl.
Are you sure? Oh yeah, it was the main girl.
Thank goodness.
Well, part of my problem was that I recognized the mom.
So was that your 3?
No, I also had Dave Franco.
Oh, he was my 4th. Which he's in that new movie Hoppers, and he's also in.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, it's a good movie. And then also in Now You See Me and Nerve.
Yeah, I recognize him from Now You See Me.
Mm-hmm. I don't really like Now You See Me. Also, Donald. I'm gonna butcher Loke.
Oh, don't even ask me. I would probably say Logic, but that's not it at all.
I think it's Logue or Logu. He's from Ghost Rider. You ready for my awesome fun facts that I just have so many I can't contain it?
Well, I know this movie is based on a book. Is that one of your fun facts?
Probably not.
Oh.
Those aren't fun to me.
Oh.
Sorry. There's one about Amanda Crew. She actually learned how to sail a boat for this film.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, in some scenes you can make out bruises on her legs, which was said to be the price she paid for her lessons. So that was pretty cool. I mean, you probably should. There's no way to fake the boat scenes. You're on water. You can't really CGI that. So I thought that was cool.
I mean, you kind of can, but it would be tough too.
Yeah, and Zac Efron also did some training.
See, that one actually makes sense to me because he seems like more of a hands-on kind of actor.
Yeah, he was so good. No stunt double was required for him in most of his long shots of sailing. So I thought that was pretty cool of him, being proactive like you said. Interesting enough, I don't know how this would have played out, but Lindsay Lohan was considered for the role of Tess and even screen tested for the role. The producers decided to cast Amanda Crew instead when they realized Lohan was impossible to ensure due to her ongoing legal issues and notorious reputation at the time of production. So when she was going through all like her drug addiction and all,
Yeah.
and I forget what her legal issues was, but I know it had to do with like violence, I think, and
Because I was thinking that would be kind of an interesting thing for Lohan to do at the time.
yeah, because I don't.
I'm glad to say that she's doing very well right now.
Yes. According to the novel, Tessa's coat was designed to keep her from dying of hypothermia for up to 1 week, which is why she could have survived until being rescued by Charlie. They don't really, like, emphasize that in the movie, you know, because they're like, she's probably dead.
Well, she was in her wetsuit still. Well, in theory, because
Yeah.
wetsuits are meant to protect you from, like, severe hypothermia, especially if you're in the ocean.
Yeah, I don't think that's common knowledge, at least not to me.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't go sailing, I guess. And I've never worn a wetsuit either.
Well, I mean, if you're a surfer, you also kind of know that stuff, too.
Not a surfer.
I only know because
You're a surfer?
surfing in the past.
Oh,
I haven't surfed myself, but I've had family members who got into surfing.
I like to surf sub.
Yeah, that's a good one. Penguins don't really have to worry about hypothermia, though.
No, that's where all my knowledge comes from. The penguins.
Well, Chicken Joe's in that film.
Okay. Although it's not mentioned outright in the film, you can hear a policeman say at the scene of the crash with Charlie and his brother that Charlie was unconscious and the other, Sam, was DOA, meaning dead on arrival. Mm-hmm. So that scene when like Charlie and Sam are holding each other, like they are both on the other side until Charlie is brought back, like during like the crash, you know, like when they have that side scene and they're talking to each other and they're holding each other.
I don't remember that.
They're both technically on the other side. I mean, obviously Sam's not coming back, but Charlie was brought back. Because that's why he can see like ghosts and old spirits, is because he died and then was brought back. He was just unconscious and like fading. You know, obviously if the cops never came, he just would have died. But Sam wasn't coming back. His body was too frail. He splat.
Yeah, I wrote down that Sam was DOA, and then I didn't recognize that his eyes were so blue until they were putting the flashlight in his eyes.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I don't think it was Sam, though. I think it was the other brother, Charlie.
Yeah?
Like, Charlie's eyes were super blue.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They just looked really blue.
That's scary.
I don't know. One of their eyes was really blue, because I wrote it down.
I mean, I would
Maybe
assume...
it was Sam.
Yeah, I would assume it's Sam, because I don't think that's natural.
Well, because I think your eyes react to the light, even if... I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a medical professional. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just a dude who watches movies.
We got our movie doctor over here. What were your favorite parts?
I have a lot written down.
Oh, dear.
From the crash, I really loved the cool pan up from the asphalt. Because I've been noticing more as I've been watching more and more movies, the directions that they decide to take the camera. Because if you think about it, there's a lot of movies where it's just like, okay, here's the next shot, here's the next shot, and here's the next shot. But then there's also movies where they do very well with panning the camera around to make it like look at specific things before you focus on what you're looking at. And then like after the crash, it was like looking at the asphalt slightly, and then it like panned up to see what had happened to them. And I was like, that's really cool.
I also love like right before the crash, like you see the headlights through the car, like any type of crash that's like that.
Like the truck headlights.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, it's a very sad situation, but I just think that's so beautifully kept, because usually it's in the eyes of the passenger, if you think about it, or the eyes of the driver. Like, depends, like, you know. I think for Charlie, it was in the eyes of Sam, because I think that's the side that got hit.
Yeah.
Because that's why Sam died.
Because that's where they were T-boned, yeah.
And it's always great. Even if there's no one in the passenger, it's supposed to be, like, the eyes of whoever's the passenger or the driver. And I love it. I don't know why. It's just, thematically, it's beautiful. I like the dynamic in general of just older and younger brother. Sibling dynamics, beautiful.
Especially like from me being someone who has younger siblings. It's so fun to be able to like see the relationship that they had together, where they were sailing and they both enjoyed it together and would talk about sailing theories and various things like that.
I'm the youngest, and my sibling has a huge gap. I mean, we're 7 years apart. So I think I like them mainly because I never get that dynamic enough. I mean, we had a few years where we still lived together, at least where I could coherently know. Obviously, I was, can't do math. 11 when they moved out. So there's not many years of me remembering being a bratty younger sibling. You know, like it's hard to remember anything past 6. So there's definitely a huge gap there. And especially, I don't know, as the younger sibling, I feel like you feel more left behind than the older sibling, because the older sibling, as someone who's obviously grown through those years, you're so busy with just having your life. And if you're a kid, all you have is school and just your family. Like, you're not worried about a job, bills, responsibilities besides your chores. So it's harder when like people leave you, and especially for Sam, you know, he's obviously like, that's the core of the movie, is he always feels like he's being left behind. So that's why he holds Charlie to that promise, like, you're gonna be here every sunset like you promised. So I definitely, like, I guess, resonate more with Sammy, and that's why I appreciate Charlie's dedication to that. You know, I bet even if he didn't, I'm pretty sure even before he saw Sammy, his like spirit or whatnot, I think he's still like, I'm gonna come here every day, and then started to see him or whatnot. But like, that dedication is sweet.
Yeah. I understand it from his perspective, where I can't imagine it feeling like if one of my siblings passed away and I felt like it was my fault. I don't think I would ever get over that guilt.
Oh gosh, no. No matter how old you are.
It would be really, really tough to do so. I'd probably have to talk to 12 different psychiatrists, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just to get over the fact that it was on me, because that was the whole situation. Charlie wanted to go to the party, and his mom had work obligations, and so he was going to lay Sam down and then leave. And then Sam noticed that he was leaving and decided to go with him.
Well, he wanted to be dropped off at a friend's house for like a
oh yeah.
Yeah, like, hey,
right.
You're like, then you're gonna take me here.
Yeah.
I was like, jeez. And it was his graduation party, I think.
Yep.
And the last time he could see everyone before they went off to the war. And that's just so hard. I mean, him being able to see the dead. I mean, this is a drama, but I like how, what's the word? Not supernatural. Oh yeah, supernatural this is. I was like, that's not the word. Maybe it is the word. Phenomenal, I don't know. Where he can see the dead. I think that's really cool, because I like that it's more the type of supernatural where, like, have you seen the movie Flatliners?
No.
Well, in that movie, these scientists are really trying to understand the other side. It's like a great movie about the great beyond without it being religious, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Where, like, it's intense, but they, like, flatline themselves so that they can know what the other side is, and then the rest of the scientists bring them back to life to record it and whatnot. And something comes back with them. It's not so demonic, but like, it's such a, maybe it is actually, I really don't know. Not super, but it's interesting, like the science of it. It's not like supernatural as in boo or like vampires or whatever, but it's more like, I guess a phenomenon is the word I'm thinking of. But
it's like sucking the soul out of somebody to see what happens and then putting it back.
Yeah, and there's like trauma coming back, I guess.
I can see why that's
enticing. I
something
really
that
like
could
it.
be labeled as supernatural as well.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like
like
the right word, but
especially considering that you said that it was science. That
yeah.
Part of this, so that kind of delves into the sci-fi.
Yeah, like science, supernatural. But yeah, like that's a sign. I think that's really awesome, being able to see the dead, especially like how that can hurt in a psychological way. Like with Franco's character, I don't remember his name.
Oh yeah,
like
the general guy.
Yeah, like when you find out at the graveyard that he's actually visiting his own grave, it's like, ah!
Yeah,
like,
spoiler alert, by the way.
This thing is nothing but spoilers. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's almost been 10 years since this movie's released, so if you haven't watched it, then you should probably watch it now before
it's
it gets
such a
spoiled.
good movie. It's such a good.
I was surprised by it. I was
Yeah.
pleasantly surprised by it.
But it hurts so much, and it was like, ah!
I'll get into it a little bit
Yeah.
later, but the fact that he could see dead people kind of got confusing to me. Like,
Yeah.
it confused me for a moment.
Because it didn't say it right away. it was just learned.
Well, I thought that he was just hallucinating.
Yeah, that's the first thought.
Okay, his brother is just like,
grief.
Play with me. And then
yeah.
He's like, I was just like, is he doing that thing where he throws himself the ball because he wants it?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, okay. Even though I've seen it, I was like, okay. But yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they like on purpose, they're slowly giving you. I think it's when Franco's character comes out that you start to get that idea. And then obviously it's confirmed with Tessa. Or Tess. Tess. My bad.
I didn't get that idea at all. I thought he was just still hallucinating. I'm not gonna lie.
He's so crazy.
Yeah, I thought he was just like off his rocker. Because I mean, that's what everyone was saying.
Oh yeah, that's how they portrayed him. Especially when he was trying to, like, those girls were trying to flirt with him. And he was just like,
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not into it now.
Yeah. But it was really cool. Like, I think that's what I liked about Tessa's character too. Is because, like, she would oversee that about him. And since she likes to draw, really connected with his drawings. Because he was, like, a great drawer, you know? Or illustrator, or whatever. Yeah, drawer? I don't know. Artist. So I really liked that moment too.
Oh, yeah, because she was, like, looking at the art that was on his walls that he hung up.
When she was a ghost.
Yeah, that
whole phenomenon.
We'll get into that.
When you think about the logistics of that...
We'll get into that, trust me, because... wow, okay.
Cool.
I really liked a lot of the quotes that they gave.
Oh, yeah?
One of them was, don't put your life on hold, it doesn't wait for you.
Oh, that's a good one.
And I was like, wow. Because I think that was when they were talking about Charlie going to college and doing sailing, you know, before the traumatic event that happened to him.
Yeah, because he's going to take, like, that 9-month journey.
No. He was going sailing at college.
But I thought there was...
Tess was doing the 9-month thing.
Oh, right. It was a 6 month.
Whatever. However long it was.
Yeah.
She was planning on doing this huge thing, this like...
yeah, I don't want to say
long,
journey because it's like an exhibit. Oh yeah, it was a race. It was
more like a journey / race to like see how long or how fast you could do it.
Yeah.
But she knew that it would take a good couple of months to do it.
Yeah.
And in that instance, he was just planning on going to college, and they were like, "Dude, your whole life's ahead of you.
Yeah.
Don't stick around because you don't have to.
Yeah.
We got this. Everything's here. It's fine."
Yeah. I think a lot of my favorite moments are just with Charlie and Tess, because I said that the chasing scene in the cemetery was one of my favorites.
That was weird.
I thought it was silly and cute.
I'll get to that. I'll get that
Okay,
later.
I'll put it on the back burner. Do you... Oh, Floria.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was remembering, like, the old man with the medallion, but I think Floria is the daughter.
Oh, Ray Liotta's character? Oh, yeah, where she came and talked to him for a moment?
Yeah, because, like, my dad left you this medallion. Because he saw him, it was the paramedic who had saved them, and he came back to talk to him. Didn't he give him that quote that you just read? Or no, that was the quote.
No, that was given to him by somebody else. But he was talking to him
in the cafe.
That was one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah, that talk. And then when he instantly died, so sad. This movie just like freaking just sends you.
Especially knowing that Ray Liotta died a couple years later.
Yeah.
That was like, wow. Because I thought he was still alive, because he looks pretty well in the movie.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole conversation was crazy.
Yeah, and that daughter character, Floria, just giving that medallion and saying, like, you meant a lot to my dad. Like, you know, he wanted you to have this medallion, you know, and all this blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that hurts the heart.
I can't remember what the medallion was, because I know it was a religious medallion, because I remember it was one of the patron saints.
Yeah. Because that's what gave him.
Which one it actually was.
I don't remember, but I remember it's like why the movie's called Charlie St. Cloud.
It's not. I don't think it was of Lost Causes, because I think I might be thinking of something else.
No, I think that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar to you?
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, actually.
One of the things that he said, I wrote down. He said maybe you were given a second chance for a reason.
Oh,
like he was looking for. He was like looking at him from like a religious perspective,
Yeah.
you know, sort of thing. It wasn't completely religious, but it was just like, dude, you don't understand.
It was
You've been
wholesome
giving
religious. It was like, you need a
Yeah,
character.
it didn't
like
sound like he was like trying to convert him or anything like that.
Right.
He was just dude,
Supporting.
there's probably a reason why you're alive
Yeah.
that you just don't see because you're not paying enough attention.
I think this is why I think it's about lost causes, because I think it was something about like there is no such thing as a lost cause, or it was supposed to say like this is the person of lost causes. You don't want to end up like that, or like there's like a flip story, like once you give up, you're a lost cause, something like that. I don't
Because
know.
I know that Charlie, like, if that's the truth, because I'm remembering it that way.
Yeah.
Then like later in the movie makes sense because he's like, I'm just a lost cause.
Yeah.
Nobody like I'm not worth trying for,
Right.
because he knows that he's hitched to Sam.
Yeah. Like he doesn't try. He's like, oh, I give up on college. I give up trying to be better. You know,
Mhm.
I'm only gonna pay attention to Sam, and then he like starts to work towards something. Like
Which
being
is
with
why I
Tess.
liked his and Tess's relationship so
Mhm.
much, is because then it's like he reawakened all of these things for him.
Mm-hmm.
Because like shortly after that conversation with Ray Liotta, you see him like drawing boats and doing stuff, and I was like, dude, this guy still loves this stuff.
Right. Like, is designing things to make Tessa's boat even better. Like, that's what he's focused on.
Yeah, that he thought about, and because that was like meeting when she, I mean, technically, spoiler,
Right in that.
she was not dead.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, she was never dead. She's just like near dead.
Yeah.
But this was like when she was definitely alive,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like talking to her a little bit, but
Oh, and the night at her boat? Yeah, literally the night before she left. And I don't think he knew that, so that's why.
Yeah, he didn't know that she went into the storm.
Yeah, because I was.
Well, no, he did know,
Mhm.
but he thought that she came back.
No, because she kept talking about going on to her journey. Like, she's preparing to
Yeah,
go
but
on
remember,
it.
she went one night into the storm to test herself,
And then she.
and then she
Oh,
ended up
yeah.
in her situation,
Okay,
and then
didn't-
he
yeah.
thought that she just came back.
No, I don't think he knew she went out to test it. I think all he knew is that she was preparing for her journey.
Oh, okay.
Because he wouldn't have thought, oh,
And then he went and talked to everybody else, and they were like, Tess hasn't been around for a long time, bro.
yeah, like she went to
She's
test it, yeah.
a lost cause at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, because she didn't know, because, you know, she's not expecting that.
Yeah. Nobody expected her to stay alive.
No. No, they literally gave up on her.
Yeah.
Um,
And that was like where that realization came to him. And oh, dude, this movie blew me away way more than I thought it would.
yeah, that's the goal. Every time I recommend a movie, I'm like, I know how to get Tim.
Yeah, you do.
I also really like when he went to go rescue Tess, and everyone's like, don't do that. Like, what are you doing? I loved his friend having his back and going with him. Like, it would be so dangerous if Charlie just went out on the boat to look for Tess by himself, but that friend is like, yeah, let's do it. You know, I feel like the type of town they're in, it's not super busy, where you have a hard time remembering.
I'm trying to remember what the friend looks like.
I have no idea.
Was it like a roommate?
Oh, it was the
Oh,
friend
no,
that
he
kept
didn't.
trying to
Oh
set him
yeah,
up.
his buddy who was working
Yeah.
with him at the graveyard. Who kind of
Oh,
reminded
yeah.
me of that guy from all the Adam Sandler movies where he's kind of the weird guy, but not the weird guy.
Oh, yeah, because he kept trying to set him up with someone. He's like, oh, you gotta come over and eat dinner with me and my wife or something like that, or me and my girlfriend.
Yeah, and then he's like in the bar, and then that's another one of my favorite parts when
Yeah.
one of the guys comes up and starts mocking him about Sam, and he's like, "Do you have dental?" And then the dude goes, "Yeah, why?" And then he
Yeah.
punches him in the
Because
face.
you don't think that they're gonna be good friends because they're not connecting, and it's always an awkward talk, and then this friend's like, dude, he's grieving over his brother. Like, he's not a bad guy. And then
Yeah.
even is, like, in such a support with him to go with him to go get Tess, believes his story, right? Because everyone else thinks he's crazy. And he's like, it's a little odd, but, you know, hey, he's grieving
We'll do
whatever
it,
way.
bro. Let's go.
Yeah, like, let's go. Like, sure. You know, and then realizes after a while that he is truthful about what he's saying because he knows he goes out in the evening, but is, like, trying to break him out of it.
Mhm.
But it was so awesome for him. Just like, yeah, let's go. Like, I'll be there with you. Like,
Yeah.
because if Charlie went by himself, I feel like Charlie would be so, even though he's really good at catching things, I think he would be in his head too much all alone. And having
Yeah.
that support of his friend help him kind of center.
And then Tess's mentor as well, like her watchman guy.
Oh, did he go too?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he came in a different boat.
No, they went in the same boat. it took a lot of
Oh, yeah, because
convincing.
he took the boat from, I think, the mentor, right?
I think so.
I don't know whose boat he took.
They went, him and the graveyard friend,
Mm-hmm.
they went and talked to the mentor and were
Yeah.
like, dude, I think Tess is still alive.
Oh, yeah, and then took his boat, and then I think the
And
mentor
then-
tried to stop him, and then jumped on the boat, and then,
Yeah.
you're in the boat now.
Yep.
What did you expect
And
to
then he
happen?
was like, okay, fine, I'll go with you guys because apparently you're going to go regardless of what I say.
Yeah, if I try to fight back, you might bring me overboard or something, and then
Yeah.
I lose my boat, and hopefully not my life. I really liked, too, when, like, Charlie was saying sorry to Sam. Like, if, like, when he had been gone for a while with Tess, or just when he, because he would be late sometimes, specifically when he went to go get Tess, he completely missed it with Sam. And it was like, oof. And he had to say that sorry and that goodbye.
Oh, yeah,
It
that
was
was heart-wrenching.
so impactful.
When Sam was like, when he was like basically said, I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, and he
I
couldn't
was
see
like,
Sam anymore because
oh.
Sam had already moved
Like,
on.
Thinking about it just giving me chills.
Yeah.
Just because it's like such a wholesome moment between brothers, and then it was a wholesome moment in the sense that at the time Charlie had recognized what he needed to do and why he was still alive.
Yeah. Like,
And-
that was his purpose.
He came to what's the word?
Resolution?
Yeah, there you go. he was able to just like be like, it's okay, I'll let Sam go because Tess is still alive.
Yeah. Because it's
and
also...
we need to make sure that she's okay. Because she didn't know that she was dead until
Right.
like she walked through town and was or like
couldn't see her
quote, unquote,
reflection.
dead.
Yeah, couldn't
was
speak
like-
to anyone.
Guys, come on, it's me.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Tess.
And Charlie's realization, he like plays through all their interactions and notices the weird quirks that don't make sense. He's like, of course. Awesome. Because we don't know until that moment either, you know?
And it's kind of interesting because he'll be like, he would tell other people, be like, oh, you know?
And they either don't know who she is.
I just made a motion with my hand like, like he's like getting ready to tell the most amazing story
Yeah.
about how wonderful this girl is and about all the things that they did together. And
Everyone's
how
excited.
it's like one-sided.
Yeah.
Like he has an imaginary girlfriend kind of thing.
Well, yeah, I feel like some people like don't know who Tess is, like if he mentions name, and then sometimes he doesn't mention a name, he just mentions the activity. But then yeah, there are people who like he says, oh yeah, I'm with Tess or whatnot, and then people watch him and he's just talking to random people. Even his graveyard buddy, when he was talking to the character Franco played.
Yeah.
And then other people like will see him in the home or whatnot, and he's like in the boat apparently going out the water with Tess, but he's alone and talking to himself. So yeah, people do see that, but when he's like explaining it to people, they're like, oh, that's great, but then see him talking to himself and they're like, oh, that's great.
Nice,
That's nice. Oh jeez, like, I don't know, it would be a totally different movie if there was a psych ward in the town, because it'd be like, huh, that's not
Yeah,
true.
true.
Because I bet people would have thought he's a danger to society if he's living by himself, or like if he showed any like,
Living by himself on the docks. And then all he does is talk to himself, and he's like,
Yeah.
guys, there's someone here talking to me. We're having a great conversation.
I don't know, maybe he's just not the
I want you to meet someone.
Right. I think
Like
he's just
Harvey style.
just the town crazed person. I mean, I guess if he wasn't being violent in any way, there's no reason to be worried about him. He's just living his life.
And if there was, then he would probably be picked up by the police or something.
Yeah, at that point. I'm surprised he hadn't had wellness. Maybe because there's enough people in his life that did wellness checks that they never thought about it.
Yeah, and I mean, other than the spontaneous talking to nobody, he was kind of just a normal dude.
Yeah, still does things. I also really loved it when, like, Charlie missed that night when he was saving Tess, and Sam, like, sat there, waited, looked out into the sea. He's like, hey, I still love you, Charlie. And then, like, he decided he was okay to move on and, like, crossed over, and he never got to see Charlie again. Like, that was beautiful.
That took a lot of strength on his part, because I remember that scene very fondly, like him sailing out and being like, as he heard the bells chime.
Yeah, he's like,
And then you could see the tears running down his face, like, this is me letting go.
Yeah, and for Sam, he had to let go too. There's a book series that I like to read. It's like a young adult series, but It's a similar kind of thing where there's an older and younger sibling, and the younger sibling died in a car crash. A trope that apparently is just done a lot. But the younger sibling also wouldn't move on. And she would always hang around her older sibling, and only where her older sibling was, and wouldn't move on because she misses her older sister that just always is bratty to her or whatnot. But she can also see dead people or people who haven't crossed on, because she also was supposed to go over the bridge, but then wasn't. There's other factors, because it's also like not a vampire series, but like a mortal series, so something enticed her back. But yeah, it's like the same concept, and it took a lot for the little sister to cross over. And it had that same like dynamic where both siblings are like, oh, I'm never gonna see them again. Like, I got used to this dysfunctional relationship.
One of my favorite quotes from the movie was this one, because it's been one that was on my mind for years and years and years. Because there was a moment in my life where I felt like I wasted my life. Like, I accomplished nothing. I think it was when I was turning 25. I was like, what have I done? What have I been doing? Like, all my friends are married and have kids and are kind of living a different way than where I wanted to be, and what would have happened if such and such thing happened, or if I had lived differently, what would have my life been like? And I really appreciated this quote, because it like brought me back to remembering the thoughts that I had during that time. The quote is, "No one ever gets to see what could have been."
Yeah.
And I remember that like over the past couple of years, I've been thinking about that everybody has their own path that they walk, and we shouldn't be. Some people probably will, but we shouldn't be too concerned about how something would have worked had we done it differently. Like a relationship, or something like that. Like if a relationship ended and you're regretting it and you think, how could I have changed? There's a certain level of thought that can go into that sort of a thing as a post thing, but also at the same time, I just think that sometimes we just need to let it go, because life is going to go the way that we want it to, and it's also not going to go the way that we want it to. And so what could have been is a fantasy, because we make decisions. And I really like that quote, because it shows that no matter what path we take, it's the one that we need to be on, and that we shouldn't be too concerned about stuff that may or may not happen. I don't know. It just spoke volumes to me as somebody who has always been critical about being irritated with myself based upon decisions that I've made. So I thought that was cool. I really like this movie in general, because of that whole idea that life is short and we don't really have very many opportunities to do what we want to do or be who we want to be, and not everybody gets a second chance. So live your life to your fullest and enjoy every moment that you get, because you never know when it could be over, and sometimes we get lucky and get a second chance.
That's really beautiful. Do you have a favorite character?
I'd probably say Ray Liotta's character was my favorite, even though I don't remember his name, just because of the fact that I loved the interaction that he had with Charlie, about telling him about all this important stuff that, like, of course, was going over Charlie's head at the time in the film. Yeah. Because at that time he was just like, I know I'm not crazy, I don't want to hear any of it. But that second chances thought like really provoked me into thinking about how I've been spending my last couple of years. And it's stuff like that always really gets me when it comes to watching a film, is when there's something that has an emotional tie-in, but it also is like makes reflection happen.
Yeah, definitely would have been on my top list, but I had to go with Charlie St. Cloud, because just in general,
fair choice.
Yeah, because his grieving was, I mean, you can't you can't say there's a perfect grieving moment, right? It's individualized, but his growth. I mean, he, Zac Efron also, any movie he cries, he does amazing at. Like, he has that great emotional crying demeanor where, like, he deals with that. And his character, that growth, that pain of letting go of Sammy and saving Tess, or that dedication, he's not too much of a player, right? He's just living his life, and sure, maybe before he was kind of a player, or he was just a typical teen, but he definitely stepped up. Like, he took care of I think it's not the same house they grew. Oh, he did, like, the graveyard, because he always wants to keep up his brother's grave, and he has a better understanding of that. And I think he lives on, as like a full-time graveyard guy, he gets his own, I think that's where he lives, his own shed or whatever. So, like, he has all that dedication, and he's not like a slum or whatnot from the grief. He's still actively living his life, just living it for Sammy. And he still does that. He's still living it for Sammy. He's not, like, letting that hold him back, and he makes that realization, especially with Ray Liotta's character. And yeah, I just think that growth. I always like looking at the growth of characters. I was gonna say Tess, but there's not too much. There's not really growth for her, so it's not like that what I need. But
I was so happy she survived, by the way.
Yeah.
Just want to
how funny would it be?
A pin in that one for sure.
Let's add more trauma to him.
I was like, dude, if she dies, this is gonna suck.
But he could have, like, an awesome time in the woods with his brother, like, and Tess.
And, like, taking off his jacket to like press his body heat against her and try and keep her warm while the life flight people come in. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was so cool. I was like, dude, he gets it. He knows.
He knows, man. Well, obviously, if his character is really into sailing, I almost said sailing, then he, like, innately, you would assume that he would know about that. Even though it's Tess who was the adventurer part, I think he did want to do that, just, like, not, like, maybe during the summers or whatnot, but so he knew, like, survival tactics. Yeah. Which is awesome.
And I think that was kind of a cool thing also when they were rescuing her, is that, like, he knew, like, well, the way that the wind shift and stuff went her this way. Because they like found
her.
According to the dude, her like mentor or whatever. Yeah. They had been searching for her. Yeah. Like prior to this.
But looked in the wrong area.
Yeah, and he was like, well, based on on what I've done and what I know from sailing myself for basically all my life, I would assume that she went out to try to get accustomed to any sort of weather. Yeah. And then wound up over here because of the fact that her sail probably went this way. Yeah. With the way that the winds were shifting during that storm.
Like, he knew the mechanics of the boat better. And then even when they got to that rock and saw that, the mentor's like, she's not here. Like, she's got to be at the bottom of the ocean. It's been, I don't know how many days. I don't know if it was like 2 weeks.
I thought it was 1 week.
It could have been. I mean, the fact I had about the coat, it says hypothermia up for 1 week. So I guess I think it was like 4 or 5 days. Basically a week, right? Yeah. He's like, well, do you not see how the water is rising? She's in the rocks somewhere. And then he finds her. So even then, like, they kind of gave up, even when seeing the materials. Like, well, check at least, like, stop giving up, even though it's probably easier. Like, you need to hang on to that little bit of hope, Like, it's really important to, because if you don't and you realize she was there the whole time, that's gonna be so devastating.
True, very devastating.
Yeah, it's like reliving the whole thing with Sammy again, Yeah. Kind of, in a way, I guess, in a way.
I wanted to make a mention of what this book is called. Because it leads back to the second chances thing. Oh, okay. The book, I looked it up because I was curious, because whenever I see based on a book, I'm like, wow, really? Someone wrote about this? The book is called The Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud. And it's by Ben Sherwood. And that, like, really was the nail in the coffin for me when it came to, like, beating the dead horse about how important second chances are, and that even if you don't feel like you deserve one, you probably do. You're just not giving yourself enough credit. Because, I mean, Charlie basically was dead. He flatlined.
Yeah. And then he got brought back.
He got brought back. And...
by the Ray Liotta guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was one of the dudes in the ambulance.
Paramedics.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word. And so it was kind of cool to like see that and be like, oh, yet another tie to the second chances thing. This is so cool. And I just loved this movie. Like,
I'd be interested in reading the book because books usually are different than the movie. So people are always like, you should read the book first. But like, you're always usually disappointed, if that makes sense. Like, the movie has to cut things for film time. I'd rather turn that into an optimistic experience. Watch the movie. That if you only watch the movie, you'll fall in love with the movie, and then read the book or the series or whatever, and you'll be rushed with even more awesome things. You'll be like, oh, why wasn't I in the movie? But you'll have this appreciation, because my problem with comprehension is I don't have comprehension. So
my problem with it is that it just doesn't exist.
If I watch a movie, and sometimes I do have to watch it multiple times to get concepts, but if I at least watch the movie, I have a base idea of what the book's going to be about. Maybe it's going to be completely different, but at least I have an idea of these characters and how they relate to each other, because that's hard in a book because I can't vision it. Sometimes I can if I read really slow or reread a paragraph, but it's hard. So if I watch the movie, I get the basic idea, and then I can explore new things. But I'm not overwhelmed by how many new things are trying to pop in my head. So definitely, like for any of these movies, if there's a book and you haven't read it, watch the movie, then read the book. Not only are you being optimistic and not pessimistic, like, we should have read the book first. That's so, like, terrible, because you're robbing yourself of a expanding experience.
Especially if the characters look similar to how the author thought that they would be. Like, I watched all the Harry Potter movies, and I've been reading through the Harry Potter books, and it's kind of that thing where I can be like, okay, I can envision in my brain what Professor Snape looks like, because Alan Rickman did a good job.
Yeah. And that's what I love too, is like, some movies don't really pay tribute to the original image, but a lot of them do, and it's really great. Even if they don't, sometimes it's not it doesn't make or break the experience. Sometimes it does if like they tell you a specific experience, like Vampire Diaries. The Elena has two different looks versus the series and how the book described her, because the book describes her in a specific way to her character. It's completely different in the series. That's always my pet peeve, but I enjoy the separate experience. Like even a manga that I read and its video adaptation are completely different stories, and that's enticing because then you get to have a whole new experience with the same kind of world. It's cool.
True.
So what about your least favorite bits? Is this where we get to talk about Tess?
Yeah, and the confusion.
Yeah.
I was totally confused the entire time that Tess was...
It was always odd.
Quote unquote, a ghost.
Yeah.
Or a spirit medium or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait, is she dead or is she alive? I can't tell. Because I knew that he talked to Sam. And so I figured that Kid is dead. So he talked to the dead. And then his buddy in the graveyard making, like you said, where he made the mention of certain platoon members not making it back. And then you like look down, like the camera pans from Dave Franco down to the grave, and you realize that
that's
his
him,
name is on the grave.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And then it like hits that scene where it's just like Tess and him going on a ton of dates and having a great time together, running through the graveyard or whatever. And then they made love in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And I literally wrote down, made love in a graveyard? Because I was like, that's kind of weird. I don't know if I would choose that specific place. I mean, I get it's like next to his house or whatever.
Yeah.
That seems kind of an odd place to, make love. And then
It's a happy place.
I wrote down, or not.
Well,
Because it was also like, he was also just like talking to her because I was like, okay, cool, she's alive. So I was like making love in a graveyard, whatever. That's kind of weird, but whatever. And then she like woke up and she had a bruise on her head that wasn't there before or whatever. And I was just like, or not? What is happening? And so I was just super confused, and then And then it like knocked back to the fact that he is like, I can talk to dead people. And I was like, oh. Okay, so she just is like a spirit that's like talking to him.
Yeah.
They didn't actually make love in a graveyard.
Or did they? I mean, Sam could catch a baseball and throw it back.
It was kind of neat though that it was, to that regard, it was kind of neat that he had these experiences with them, because like I think Tess brought it up after they rescued her, where she talked about how she remembered all the things that they did together, even though she wasn't physically there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty neat.
It was like confusing to her. She like thought it was a dream.
Yeah.
Even though they had, like I was like, in the very end, he comes sailing back, and it's awkward because they haven't actually met each other. And I think he's even afraid that she doesn't remember anything because they don't see each other. He doesn't go see her because he thinks she won't remember. She doesn't go see him because it's this faint, weird memory. But then kind of, it comes to terms. And I remember at the end, it was like, they're not going to see each other? Like, like, what
You thought it was just going to end on that?
I know. I was like, it would definitely, I could see it doing that. I wonder if the book does that. But like that ending where they're both like, I guess Tess is like, oh, I don't know who you are. It's just something like that makes him go away. And then she says something to remind, like, only she knew when she was in this state.
Yeah.
And he's like, or whatever.
Like she went into his little cottage and saw some of the art that he had drawn.
Yeah, like she made some comment.
Like, whoa.
Yeah, she made some comment that was only,
it was something that they would have known only then.
Yeah. In her spirit state, and then he figured out she was just being silly, or I don't know. It was great.
Memory or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I really was like, really, because
Ghost logistics.
I just felt like I know that it was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah.
That she was actually dead.
It just messes me.
And
man.
I was just like, this just does not make any sense.
Well, I mean, hey, I don't think it was supposed to make sense. So I think that was the true purpose, because I think that's really like the fact that you're confused. Because even I was, even like my first time or the most recent time watching it, it's like, wait. And I think that's the purpose, because it wants you to, because Charlie was probably confused and brushed it off. He's like, nah. You know, he's in the euphoricness of being with this person who actually accepts him for who he is. So I think it's like a great example of when you're in the real world and you second guess something. Maybe it's something you should follow. Maybe you should just let it be. You know, it'll eventually unravel out to where you understand it. You don't have to understand it now. You just have to live in the feeling.
True.
Yeah. Philosophy. My least favorite bit was actually the bar scene before they got punched. So I really hated like the high school bullies from Charlie, like just being in the bar. Like I forget which dude it was, but like after 5+ years of having been beat in the sailing race and like making it about like Charlie's dead brother, that guy was just so insensitive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that guy that got punched.
Not a huge fan of that guy.
No, and I guess every movie needs something like that. But I feel like, I don't know, I almost feel like, I guess it was necessary to show that friend having that uprise of like, you don't say that, man. Like I just got Charlie out of his comfort zone and he just did that. Like, why? So I guess it was useful that it just, it was so irritating. I guess it's meant to be irritating. But why would you make fun or like make light of such a traumatic experience? Like to rub it in that he's responsible for his brother's death. It's so messed up. Especially like I said, that was Charlie's first time of going out, besides like doing shopping or whatever, that was his first time trying to have fun with a friend. And it just went so downhill. I'm like, negative progress.
Yeah, I think that there's just people that are just like that in this world.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like, as much as we like to think otherwise, because it's easy to put on blinders and to pretend, but You know, there are some people who are just jealous or have some sort of emotion towards you that, like, because I'm sure that dude held a grudge because Charlie was the best sailor or whatever. Like, something that doesn't even really matter to the viewer.
Yeah.
But for some weird reason, that guy, and maybe the book explains his grudge better, but it's just, I feel like when people have a deep grudge for some weird reason, they take it really personally.
It's just a toxic ego thing. I don't think there's much more to explain about it. I think it's just that character is so toxic. Like, I bet technically, if you think about it, he's never grown up. It's been over 5 years. He's never grown up to the fact that you have emotional intelligence. You still live in that high school egotistic brain or college egotistic brain. You're like, I'm better than you, or if I make you feel small, it makes me feel big, and I have that power. You know, like you said, there's far too many people in the world like that, and I don't think there's any explanation besides, I don't know, he wasn't raised right. Let's just go on a parenting rant. What would you change about the film, or like what scene would you like to direct yourself?
I honestly don't know that I'd change anything. I think that the even though I was super confused and there were some things that I was just like, I think overall I just wouldn't really change anything because it kind of played out the way that I expected. It hit me with the impact that it needed to hit me by the time the movie was over.
Oh, yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Healthy tears.
Yeah. Where I just felt like I needed to... I feel like this was supposed to be the type of film where you feel like you need to get up and do something because... I don't know. That was just the feeling that I got. And I was just like, man, I'm done wasting my life. I want to try to live the way that I want to live and to do what I want to do because I never know when it's going to end.
Yeah, like inspirational. Or when you need like a good cry and you're like stuck and you're like really depressed or you're crying a lot and you can't get past it. Watch this movie and then you're like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
I could do it, yeah.
Who
needs coffee in the morning? Just watch this movie. There's like a kind of, I don't know, like a little bit that I would probably change. We've talked about it before about endings being rushed, and I feel like this movie is another perfect example of that. Perfect as in imperfect. Just during the hospital scene where like Tess is waking up, it just seemed rushed up to the point then he goes to see her. Like there was no development of it that I thought was just grand. Like I don't know, maybe
like you wanted to see her like in recovery.
Yeah. Like maybe where like Charlie's healthy enough to Charlie's in the hospital longer than Tess is. Or like they're in separate hospitals or whatever, because it's when he gets out of the hospital that he or like it's been I think months or something like that. I don't know, I don't remember the length of it, but I just wrote that like when like maybe a scene where Charlie is healthy enough to leave the hospital and tries to go see Tess, but she's already so like when they're in hospital at the same time, because Tess got released before Charlie. I think it would have been awesome if like Charlie thought he was healthy enough to then go try to see her in the hospital, but then realize that she was already released. So I think it only focused on Charlie being in the hospital and barely Tess. But I don't know, it just felt really rushed, and it just felt like they both decided to just forget about each other and then remember it. There's another movie that has this idea, I don't remember the movie, but it has this idea about these two haven't actually met, but there's some sort of dream state where they met, or someone got amnesia. Oh my gosh, I'm so silly. 50 First Dates, when we watched it. I'm so silly. Remember how at the end, she always remembered, so she always had these drawings, right? And besides the song, she would always sing that ever since that one date. She always made these drawings, so when he like told her or whatever and she was mad and she saw her drawings and he came rushing, or like he left her alone and she was teaching or whatever, he would come like, do you remember me at all? And she's like, no. And it goes into the room, I remember likenesses of you or whatever. Like her memory's getting better.
Yeah. Like
that is such a, I mean, that's different. I know that's way different. That's amnesia versus you guys have actually never met each other, but it would have been nice to see that journey. Like maybe while she was healing, she kind of remembers something. I don't know. Just the ending was really rushed. And it's not fair. I get it. You know, gotta rush movie times. But it's not. It's for sake of money and time instead of viewer enjoyment. That makes sense. Like we talked about pacing earlier off recording. And I think people just need to suck it up and have longer movies. You know, these aren't made for children.
Especially not this one.
Oh gosh, no. Unless if you want your child to feel emotionally responsible for choices they make. I don't know.
Or watch people not have
graveyard
in the graveyard.
Did you like the movie overall?
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
Oh, honestly, yeah.
And I think a huge part of the reason why is because I was surprised by it.
Yeah, like I said, that is my goal. I mean, I said this in the beginning. I don't like dramas, right? I usually really hate them, but this one's like a different type of drama, and I can't really put it into better words than it being a drama. But it just has different layers. I don't know if it's because it also takes paranormal. That's the word I was trying to think about.
Not supernatural.
Yeah, not phenomenon. I was like, there's a different P word, paranormal. That's more specifically for like ghosts and freaky stuff. Oh, I'm so sorry. But the fact that it has to do with the paranormal, I think that's why I really liked it. But it's also a nice, sad drama. Also, if it's in a forest and the trees are really green, I think it's going to be a winner for me. Or if it has water in it, I think I'm going to like it. I think that's just, I think that's all.
You're a fan of Lord of the Rings. There's tons of water.
Yeah. So, I mean, if a drama has really green trees and water, I'm here. I guess I'm here. Yeah, I just think the biggest selling point, like I said, was the paranormal part about it, to see and communicate with the dead, and having that passion to hold on to those who are lost turn into something truly beautiful and life-saving. It's just amazing.
Oh, yeah. 10's all around.
10. Well, what would be your rating?
Extra large, baby.
Extra
I'm going
large?
back for more popcorn every chance
Oh
I get.
my goodness. I
would eat so much of it. I'd be on the edge of my seat. I'd be like, oh, this is so beautiful. The salt from my tears would
adds
add
to your
extra.
popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like I said, I still give a huge admiration to this movie, regardless of it being a drama, but I would only give it a large.
Sheesh.
I know. I have some high standards for extra large
Apparently
movies.
so.
But hey, this was a drama and I gave it a large.
There you go.
It's gotta be a
There you
step,
go.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's the ending. My distaste for the ending, I think, is what really knocks it down to a large. I get really peeved when endings are rushed.
Yeah.
Because you can't rush art and beauty and grief. The 5 stages of grief. Like, you can't rush that. So, hey, maybe the book will I'll be more, that probably allows it to not be so rushed, really, honestly.
Or maybe you'll get to the end of the book and be disappointed.
Oh, maybe. I mean,
you'll be like, wow, this was rushed, just like the movie.
I've never heard. Well, okay, I've actually heard occasionally people who have both read the book and watched the movie. They're like, the movie was better. I'm like, oof. Which I don't think happens that often. But man, I hope that's not the case. Maybe a book might be too bland. There's no Zac Efron in the book.
Yeah, but the image of him will be burned in your brain.
True, if I watch the movie first. But yeah.
Well, that about wraps up our lovely commentary on the wonderful and happy, joyful / traumatic and
really all around the wheel on this one.
Charlie St. Cloud. And with that, I need your help, me, because I have 2 choices for our next film of enjoyment pleasure. Would you rather watch choice A or choice B?
I have to guess without knowing?
Yeah.
Oh!
Well, because you're not going to know the movies anyway. They're both anime, but I was like,
okay.
I want... Oh, we could flip a... I think I have a point somewhere.
What if I wanted to choose?
Okay, you can choose.
Let's see. I'm going to choose A because there's no B in Charlie St. Cloud.
What?
There's the letter A in
Oh,
Charlie
okay.
St. Cloud.
So we will be watching the anime movie Your Name.
Oh,
I don't know if you've ever seen it,
Mm-mm.
but I, just as like a note, I will be watching it in English
Okay.
because I've seen this film before, and I actually really enjoy the way the English voice actors portray the characters.
All right.
So I will be watching it in English. It's up to you if you want to watch it in a different language, but we'll be watching Your Name.
And with that, thank you so much for another amazing podcast episode. Until next time.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.